When I went out to the garage this morning, I had no idea that I was about to start this mod. I had only popped out to kind of refresh my memory and work out what I was going to need to attempt it. To do this, I removed the right side pillion peg which the Leo Vinci LV10 hangs from, and then I remounted the official Husqvarna pillion peg delete because I realised that the gap between the delete and the exhaust was much less than it would have been just using the mounting holes for the official pegs. I had a couple of bits of scrap aluminium on a shelf, and I thought, well, I'll try and use them. They're quite malleable, and I'll roughly get them into position and see what I'm dealing with. And I kind of noticed that if I loosened off the exhaust and dropped it down a little, that things all started to line up, and that's kind of where I realised that I should have been filming this. The bracket's not fancy, and it certainly isn't difficult to do if you have the right tools, but I think it works. Let me show you where we have got to. Considering this started off as a bit of fun, I've actually gotten pretty carried away with myself here. I have had this, well, it's an aftermarket RAM mount, which is supposed to be, I can't remember, came with 3 M10 bolts I think it was, and it ended up I never used it. Because the ball mount itself isn't rubberized, it's either stainless steel or aluminium, which has been painted, so the mount itself would just move, but I've actually got some tape which I'm going to coat this with, or I might use some Superduper, something like that. But it's ended up actually being a godsend, because the bracket that came with the Leo Vinci pipe, the bolt wasn't long enough, and I was randomly looking for a bolt that would fit through to the other side, and I found these. So I'm going to go with that. I've managed to get this tidied up, looks nice and neat. I've scribed out this bit here, so that's the next bit to drill out, and then find a bolt for that somewhere. Just rake through my cupboards and drawers for that, and then I have to mark this off and file it down. There we go, a bit of Dremel work done. I don't have a lot of metalworking tools, so I just kind of got a little flywheel on the Dremel and ground it roughly into shape, and marked it out, scribed out a cut, and then I've just basically ground it away until I was happy. So that's how it looks now. I'm going to spray paint that black. I'm really tempted to put some Superduper on it just to kind of rubberize that, but yeah, I think black paint to start with, see how that looks. That'll probably be more than enough. But yeah, I'm well happy with that. I just need to put some tape on here, and I can start using it for the camera, so it's kind of doing 2 jobs. And yeah, get rid of that horrible lumpy big, there we go, look, get rid of all that, which I was having to use, and then I'd already bought that pillion peg delete. It was just sitting on the shelf, which was a bit of a waste of money, so for for the sake of a bit of scrap aluminium I had lying about, I'm well chuffed with how that's turned out. I don't have a vise, so to bend and twist that bit of aluminium, I just basically used 2 bits of wood with a grip and a pair of pliers until I was happy that I bent it in the right directions, because there is a slight bend and a slight twist as well to make that work. Yeah, super duper happy with that. So yeah, go and break out the spray can. There we go folks, all done. I'm so happy with the outcome of this. I was kind of a bit gutted when I found out that this exhaust wouldn't fit with the pillion delete bracket. So yeah, thanks John for messaging me through Instagram and asking if I'd done anything about that. Kind of gave me the kick up the arse I needed to go and try and do that this morning. I was kind of tempted to keep this in naked sort of aluminium, but I'm glad I painted it now. It blends in, but I'm most happy with the fact that I can now use this ram ball mount that I bought. It's not an official one, it was a metal ball when it arrived. I was kind of, well, what would I say, I wasn't happy because it meant that when you actually put the mount on, it would just slip on the metal. There wasn't actually enough grip there, so this self-amalgamating tape that my old mucker Codger Biker put me onto came in super duper handy today, and so I can make use of that, but it's almost like it was meant to be. This is the adapter that came with this exhaust bracket, and the ball mount fits perfectly into it. It's like they were made made to come as a kit. I can't remember where I got that. I think this one was actually, yeah, this is the nut and bolt that came and fit inside this normally, and then the M10 bolt that goes inside the ball mount came with it. There were a pack of 3 of varying lengths, so this is actually the longest one and it is perfect.